Check out my shirt, guys. You like it? It's one of my real old shirts that I've had for maybe 5 years. It's not old. I never wear it. Good morning. How y'all doing today? I mean, I I wasn't watching the news for very long, but I just kind of looked at the news last night a little bit, and I'm like, holy crap, what's going on? So I want to talk about just a couple things. I'm gonna focus on statues. Um, because statues are extremely important. They're foundational for our history, and they're very symbolic of our history. So let's just get straight into it. I want to make it quick. Let's see. So the first thing that I saw, and I don't know all the details about it, but I heard about Silent Sam, and it's a Confederate statue at the University of North Carolina, and it's been torn down by all these leftist people. Um, it should not have been able to happen in the first place. And I'm just gonna use critical thinking skills right here. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg came first. Okay, the egg came first. So what came first? The people getting arrested or the statue being torn down? And it was the statue being torn down. So uh, why the hell weren't they stopped before the fact? Why the hell? Because it's not like you just push a statue with your finger and then it's gonna fall. It takes a hell of a lot of effort and a collective effort, to bring down the statue. So, um, I'll answer the question. Why? Well, this statue right here of Silent Sam, he was a Confederate guy, and my understanding is that our education system is basically saying that all of America history is racist. So there's the lie because it's not all of American history, but it's part of American history. And the ones who are in charge right now have set up the education to look that way. You see what I'm saying? So not all of American history is racist because if it was, then how do we get to where we have our rights today? Okay. So they're painting that picture that all of history is racist, but it's not. Regardless, um, you cannot erase history because when you erase history and you tear down these statues, as much pain as there is um, remembering these things, you don't want to forget what happened because when you forget what happened in the past, then you're gonna forget the lesson. You're doomed to repeat, the past mistakes. So I understand how some people would feel, but logically speaking, we have it's our responsibility to preserve our history. So, um, though I'm against a lot of different things, I don't go around destroying property or tearing stuff down or, I mean, it's counterproductive. Okay, and it's a setup for failure. So they tore down that damn thing, and I heard like some kids got arrested, maybe like 7 or 8 or 9 kids, whatever. But unbelievable. And the leftists were already trying to do this in the past, but the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to erase history, so it'll be that much more easier, to manipulate and socially engineer our society. That's really what it is. So, you know, I don't care. I'm just going say how it is, you know what I'm saying? So I was even more shocked when I heard about this thing, the Baphomet statue. So now we got a Baphomet statue that's been erected, and crap, I forget where it's at exactly. Um, but it's over there in the Capitol, and I'm just like, unbelievable, you know. I'm sitting here and I'm in shock and I'm in awe. And let me see. I just don't understand how it could have happened. But I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can pull it up real quick. So let's just pull up the picture. Okay, it was in the Arkansas Capitol. Wow, look at that. Okay, well, forget it. I'm gonna go all in. So here we go. I'm going to basically interpret this statue. I'm very much a Christian, but being a Christian, you end up dealing with a lot of bad people. You know, people think Christians are easy targets for some reason, especially the bad guys. Okay, so this is it. That's the Baphomet statue. So there's a lot of symbology tied into it, but I'm just gonna get straight into it. So at the top, you got an upside down five-pointed star. We will always remember, because I stick with my Holy Bible, it's the truth, that Satan and the whole satanic religion is the opposite of the Holy Bible. So the Holy Bible is the light, satanic religion is darkness, you know, for symbolic purposes, whatever. So it's an inversion. So that upside down star is an inversion of, you know, God's natural order, and it embraces the animalistic nature, you know, the carnal flesh nature that, you know. So that's why you got that goat head right there. So that arc that's above them, you know, man, it's a lot of things to put together. Okay, so his hands are symbolizing the light, and it is the light from that fire, which is, you know, the inferno knowledge. So it's not the holy knowledge, you know. And the kids are looking up to him in adoration, like they admire him. Um, he's their guidance. Um, so these kids, they're innocent, but they're also ignorant. So they're more accepting of this light because we are born into ignorance. So as above, so below. And remember, Satan, he loves to counterfeit things. So as above, so below. As you're taking in that inferno knowledge, you know, he's relying on the kids to act it out. You know, so it's kind of like, you know, hey, let me program this kid, you know, or give him this experience, you know, him or her or whatever, and you know, hopefully they'll act it out. Um, this is why I'm so against, you know, any sexualization of children. You know, even for virtue signaling purposes, you know, nobody should be getting quote unquote educated, you know, about sex at a young age. You know, leave that to the parents. But um, so he's a winged man. So let's see, he's part man, he's part animal, and he looks like he's part angel. Just want you to notice those things, okay? His stomach with the little thing, with the little stick, whatever that thing. I think that's like the morning star. Those are like the two serpents duality. And boy, I hate to say it, but a lot of these symbols, you know, they might be in media, you know, somewhere. You would actually be surprised, you know, they a lot of times they pop up. So let's see. It is basically Baphomet, which is, you know, indoctrinating the children with the infernal knowledge, you know, the knowledge of good and evil. And as they're taking in that infernal knowledge, that light, you know, basically he already knows they're going to act it out. So that's the whole point of that arc at the very top that looks like a tombstone. Because how do they say everything comes full circle? So okay, I'm bringing this up because I've been saying this forever, forever and ever and ever. Protect the kids. Everybody's worried about themselves nowadays, but it's about the kids. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, there's so many things right there. So let's see. We got an upside down pointing star. That's an inversion of God's nature. We got that arc tombstone thing. Basically, it's gonna come full circle. They're gonna act it out. You got that as above, so below thing. So you're gonna program the kids, knowing that they're ignorant, so they're going to be accepting of the lie, more believing of the lie, which is going to lead to pain and suffering and death, basically. But the goat head, looking like a man, and usually it look like a part well, woman, but I don't see it this case. The wings, all that. But I mean, it's riddled with symbology and all that stuff. I just want you to give you my interpretation because I I hate to say it, but I really understand these things pretty good now. There are a lot of bad guys out there. There are a lot of bad guys out there, and if you want to be able to live and survive as a Christian, I think you need to understand who you're up against. Because I believe we are in the end days. I think we're in like a spiritual war, and it's always been going on. But I think it's really bad here in America. Very bad here in America. So I need you to remember Satan is the opposite of God. So where there is God's order, there will always be the flip flop. You okay? And you. That's why I try to analyze things by principles. With a foundation in the Holy Bible. Um, it's a war of principalities, and principles in and of themselves are not evil. Because there's light and there's darkness. There's that natural duality in our nature, in our universe. You know, um, but these bad guys are the real deal, and they're engaging in all that witchcraft and all that crap that I'm not in it. I don't like it. I mean, I've known some people and all that, and I don't really have any friends, none of that, um, because when you engage in those type of things, and a lot of people don't know this, when you engage these type of things, you're bringing in these bad forces. You know, how Kanye West says, there are two motivational forces in the universe. You know, and I won't say too much more off of that, but he's right. And you won't want to be getting whatever you call it, energy or help or whatever the hell y'all's witchcraft. You don't want to be working with those type of dark forces. You don't. Just like you don't want to be erecting these damn statues of freaking Baphomet. I mean, come on. When it's all said and done, Satanism, they love pedophilia. That's what it amounts to. Damn near the epitome of Satanism is sex and children. You know, that's why it's been pushed so hard. It's a big deal to them. And the last thing I want to talk about in my video is I saw something else about this woman named Asia Argento, and she's some actress that was accused of, or she accused Harvey Weinstein of I guess raping her, and then they became friends. Well, how the hell does that work? I don't know, but no, that's not how that. No, that's not right. But if she was raped, it was completely wrong, and I'm sorry for what happened to you, Asia Argento. But when I found out about you're screwing around with some 17-year-old boy, and you gave him like what was it, $300,000 to shut them up. That's hypocrisy right there. And I'm just going to say, where the hell are y'all, Me Too? Where the hell are y'all? This is y'all's moment right now, to hold people accountable, because that is wrong. Okay? That's a child when it's all said and done, you know? And especially when it's out here in the open, because we already know, okay, y'all in Hollywood, y'all bend over backwards, y'all, it's an open secret, all that damn pedophilia, y'all love that, But hey, that's just my opinion, my personal opinion, you know. But with all that being said, that's a child, and I don't give a damn who it is. If it's a boy or girl, boy, whatever, that's a child. You can't be doing that, And I believe that Asia Argento should be facing charges right now, because wow, you cannot. They're in the bed together. I saw the photo. They're in the bed together, and I'm the depravity of people's actions at this point is so high that if this becomes the norm in society, America's going to fall. Because look, I'm gonna just say straight up, somewhere in between the truth and belief lies our reality. Okay? And even though man can judge, God's always gonna have the final say. That's just the way it works. You know? So I'm hoping that does not become the norm for our society. May it be a man or a woman, okay? Because children should never be having sex with adults. I mean, what the hell? So, I mean, I'm I'm shocked, and I wasn't even looking at the news, for very long. I'm just chilling, I'm relaxing, and then I just kind of flip stuff on, and I look, and I'm, oh shit, what? Whoa, and the intensity of trying to tear down our statues, erect up satanic statues, and then have this pedophilia, which is what the whole video is about, is like, okay, I'm connecting the dots. We're in a spiritual war now. So I'm going to go ahead and stay in my Holy Bible. I'm going to go ahead and keep focusing on principles and try to, make interpretations. And I'll try to make some Holy Bible interpretation videos as well, because I think we're at that time that we need to go back to, the values that our founding fathers intended, which is, life, love, and I guess ultimately happiness. That's what it amounts to. Um, or life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But life, love, happiness. So, anyways, thanks for looking at this video, guys. I just woke up in the morning, early in the morning, and I thought about doing this last night, but I was like, nah, let me get a little bit of sleep. And just woke up and I did this because this has been on my mind since last night. Um, I'm worried for America. I'm worried for our children. And if you have a child, anybody watching this, stay close to your child. Be careful what your child is looking at, what your child's exposed to, because this is a spiritual war. Okay? And if we can protect the children, because Satan targets the children, but if we can protect our children and raise them up responsibly, and we can fix some things here in our country right now, I think we'll be okay. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and I'm going to go back to sleep because, man, I'm tired. All right, God bless. Have a good one.